are here, baby. We're here. Chapter 1123. We're ready for the peak shit. Peak shit only. One peak. Let me get some salutes in chat. 07s in chat. I need to see some salutes for me, for the chat, for the community, for the new One Peak chapter. Guys, we are here. We are live in the flesh to do some theorizing, to do some cooking, to do some reacting, to do some raging, to have some toxic moments where we talk shit about each other, where I should talk about you guys, where you compare me to St. Charles. Let me see some 07s in chat. I better see you guys break the chat. I give everyone permission to spam 07. Drop your salutes, chat. Welcome in. I'm so happy to see everybody here. I hope everyone is having a nice morning, day, or night wherever you guys are. I'm glad to see you guys. Make sure you drop a like on the stream to get this stream started. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not new here, make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss when I go live, post a video, or make a post. I'm glad to see everyone here. Chat, it's gonna be a great stream. It's gonna be a lit stream, okay? Word on the street is this chapter is named Fortnite. Chat, this chapter is called Fortnite. Come on, instant dub. Come on. Who here was playing the original Fortnite? Because I was on the original Fortnite. I remember the original Pleasant Park. I remember that. Good days. Who remembers the original RPG with the pumpkin? Who remembers the original what do they call it? The skeleton skin? I forgot what he's called. Who was there? Chat, I hope you guys are doing good. Let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. Welcome in, everybody. We got some One Peak today. I'm excited. It's lit. We're here. We're here live in the flesh. As always, guys, the memberships, the super chats, all that stuff is completely optional. I love you guys all the same. But if you guys want to support me and support your boy, do it through Cash App. I got my phone right here with me. If you guys do it through Cash App, I don't get 60 to 30% of the super chat, the donation taken to a big corporation that doesn't care about me or you. Okay, it'll go all towards me, and you guys can actually leave a message. I'll read out the message to the chat. But with that being said, chat, I'm glad to see, oh shit, I'm glad to see everybody here. This is going to be a great stream. I'm hyped and I'm excited. We got Johan in the chat. What's good, brother? We got Roland. Welcome back, bro. Eric Hernandez, longtime supporter. Glad to see you. Elsa, welcome back. Great supporter. We got Rox. Welcome in. Tilted Towers. Tilted Towers has always been a cancer. Come on, man. You know that. Okay. Welcome back, bro. We got Clocks. Welcome back. We got let's see. I think I saw Dawn of Ascension. Mwah. Welcome in. We got Suwu. Welcome in, bro. L, welcome back. Glad to see you, brother. MBQ, the one and only MBQ. Javi Berg, welcome in, bro. 07s. Michelangelo, welcome in. Anybody else that's lurking in the stream, make your presence known. Drop a 07. Drop a salute. We're saluting each other. All right. Mills, welcome in. Guts, welcome in. Praneeth, welcome in. Partha, welcome in. We're here, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited for some One Peak. Obviously, when I originally read the short summary spoilers, I was disappointed. Okay? I'm gonna be upfront. When I read the short summary, I was disappointed. And I'm sure a lot of you guys were too. Don't even act like you weren't. I know you were disappointed. When we got the short summary, it was like, okay, why are we having this whole recap? Like, we're excited for Elbaf. We want to see some Elbaf. Not only that, but it also said in the short summary originally that there was a break next week. So we all read it and we're like, oh man, a fucking reflection chapter, a flashback chapter with stuff we mostly know about, plus a break next week. I was disappointed. But we turn around, we got the long summary, okay? We got the long summary spoilers. Oda redeemed himself. Because, you know, as I always say, you guys know I say this literally every week. It's been, what, over a year now? The short summary is never going to do the chapter justice. The short summary is never going to do the long summary justice, okay? So we just have to be patient. I know I just said that I was disappointed, but, you know, I didn't go on Twitter and start slandering One Piece, saying it's going downhill and Oda lost his touch and all these things, you know? But with that being said, chat, let me know how you guys are doing. Guys, let me know if you guys are having a great day or if you guys are having a rough day. I hope you all say you're having a great day, a nice morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. I'm so happy to see you guys. We're going to get into some One Peak. And you know, just to remind you guys, or in case you guys don't know, I launched a new platform, meaning a new account for Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, TikTok, any social media you could think about. I launched a new platform, okay, where I talk about Christianity, I talk about rap, I talk about the JQ, I talk about aliens, I talk about conspiracies. I get to unleash everything I've learned the past year. I get to unleash all the things that drive me, the things that I'm passionate about. Okay, I want you guys to give me a chance. Go ahead and support me. As I said, I'm available on all social media networks, and I have the same exact handle on all social media networks. So that handle is Eddie X Moncada, okay? You see this chat? Eddie X Moncada. You could find me on any single platform, okay? I want you guys, whatever your favorite platform is, to come through and support your boy. I would greatly appreciate it. It'd mean a lot to me, and you guys could learn some good stuff. You know, my slogan for the my new platform, my new motif is "The truth is hate to those who hate the truth." Okay, if you guys ever read 1984, if you guys ever watched 1984, if you guys ever read the Bible, you can see why this is such an important motif. It's such an important saying. It's such an important phrase to me. The truth is hate to those who hate the truth. And we're here. I was put on this planet as a new revitalized Archangel Michael, okay? Archangel Michael, I'm out here slaying the dragon. I'm out here going to war against the demons. I can never be taken down. We're not going to be stopped. I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't care what they have to say about me, my narrative, my agenda, my truth. We're going to keep winning. We're going to keep pursuing. We're going to keep fighting. So 07s in chat, I love you all. I greatly appreciate every single person for being here. And again, I would advise you, and I would politely ask you to support me on my new platform. You guys will learn a lot, man. You guys will learn a lot. Whether you want to learn about the truth to rap music, the truth behind Christianity. I'm Christian. I'm calling out the bad pastors. I literally just recorded a video yesterday calling out Kenneth Copeland. I got many other people, John Hagee, Joel Osteen, and I got a whole bunch on the lineup. I talk about the JQ because I'm not scared, okay? Revelations chapter 3 verse 9, Revelations chapter 2 verse 9, the synagogue of Satan, that's who's running this planet. Look at One Piece. It is what it is, okay? So with that being said, I love you all, guys. You guys ready to get into this chapter? What are you guys saying in chat right now? Are you guys ready to get into this One Peak? We got the Tupac mentality. Exactly, bro. EDP, chat, we got EDP in the chat. Yo, mods, should we ban this guy? Should we ban this guy? We got EDP in the chat. Mods, I'll let you make the call. We got the cupcake monster. Johan Dragon on Egghead went nowhere, and it's as sad as a former big Dragon fan. Hey, I'm a diehard Dragon fan. I don't know if you guys can see it. This poster right here is Monkey D. Dragon. You guys can't probably see it. Come on, I'm a big Dragon fan. I love Monkey D. Dragon, the leader of the Revs, the father of the new Joy Boy Sanganika. I'm a big Dragon fan, but just because I love Dragon and I'm a Dragon fan doesn't mean I can't call it how it is. I can't say it how it is. This man Dragon needs to step up to the plate. He needs to make his move. I'm tired of all these excuses. I'm tired about the manipulation. I fuck with Monkey D. Dragon. That's my guy. But people need to stop saying he was labeled as the most wanted man. That was literally never said. Go, and if you don't believe me and you think, oh, that's not true, they didn't say he's the most wanted man, go show me the manga panel. You can't. It doesn't exist. There's no manga panel calling him the most wanted man. And if you go on Google and you type in Monkey D. Dragon wanted man, you're going to find one picture of it. You're going to find one picture of it where he's standing outside of Baltigo and it says most wanted man. And that's an edited picture. That's not even a real picture. It's an edited picture. Because if you go to Crunchyroll, if you go to all these translation sites that do different translations based off the anime, you're going to see that they did not call him the most wanted man. They called him the most heinous criminal, the worst criminal. So now the argument is, what does worst criminal mean? Well, first of all, he's leading an army. He's leading a militia. He's leading the Revs against the world government. That's why he's the most wanted man. Maybe he even did something at some point in time to make him the most heinous criminal, but we can't sit here and pretend like they called him the most wanted man when that's not true. Not only that, chat, but in Fishman Island, Fisher Tiger, they labeled him as the worst criminal. Did you know that? In Fishman Island, they labeled Fisher Tiger as the worst criminal. the most heinous criminal in the flashback. They labeled him that. He didn't have anywhere near the closest bounty. His bounty was nowhere near Goldie Rogers' bounty. So it's just food for thought. You guys can think and say that I hate Dragon and I'm biased and blah, 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 blah. I'm going off the manga. I'm going off the facts. Okay? On this channel, in this community, we go based off the facts, chat. We go based off the facts. That's how we make our theories. That's how we power scale. That's how we come to our conclusions. We go based off the manga. 07's in chat, random leftist, welcome in. Suwoo, Dragon was a Marine. He most definitely was a Marine. That was a long running theory. People for a long time have been saying he was a Marine. And you know, in the past, how many chapters ago was that? 10, 15 chapters? In the past 15 chapters, he came to light. A lot of things in One Piece, a lot of the long running theories are coming to light. They're coming to the truth. We see that a large portion of the One Piece world was sunk into the ocean. And you know, people were upset about that. You guys remember? When Oda and Vegapunk revealed that most of the One Piece world and all the kingdoms in these cities and these islands were sunk, people were upset. They were upset saying, oh, well, we already knew that. This is such a bullshit chapter. Oda's delaying Elbaf. It's like, yo, Oda has to confirm things. Like, Oda never intentionally or explicitly said that most of the One Piece world was sunk. Right? So now that we get the confirmation, it's like, we're going to complain about it. To me, that's a little unfair. Partha said, speak for yourself. This is Agenda Piece. Yo, chat, are you reading Agenda Piece? Is that why we're going to do this chapter? Mandela effect, 100% guts. And you know what? It doesn't help when content creators regurgitate it. It's funny because like I've seen so many videos across like me watching One Piece for a very long time on YouTube. You'll see all these creators talk about how Dragon's the most wanted man, but they never put a panel of it. They'll never put a panel of it. They'll tell you about how Dragon is the most wanted man. Where's the panel? Where is it? Where is it, chat? I don't see it. Is Dragon gonna make a move during Elbaf? Hey, you know what? I hope so. But at this point in time, I don't even want to put my money on it. I don't even want to put my bets on it. I don't want to put my shekels on the idea because look at what happened in Elbaf. Dragon had a great opportunity to go to Elbaf. Shaka called Dragon and said, hey, I'm about to die. You and Stella, us Vegapunks and you, Dragon, we have a long intertwined connection. I'm going to die. We know that Kuma ran away from Dragon in Kamabaka Queendom. All these things. Perfect opportunity for Dragon to show up, doesn't show up. We also know that Dragon was introduced and he had that great infamous chapter in chapter 100. Perfect opportunity for chapter 1100. Exactly 1,000 chapters apart. Great opportunity for Dragon to come back. Did not come back, did not show up to Egghead. So at this point in time, bro, I'm not putting any of my shekels on Dragon. I'm not putting any of my chips on Dragon, none of my dollars, none of my pennies. I'm not doing it. You could say I hate Dragon, I'm biased, whatever. I'm going off the facts. And I like Monkey D. Dragon. When he starts making action and he starts going crazy, I'm gonna support him. Just like E-Myth. I was slandering E-Myth, but why was I slandering E-Myth? Because 50 chapters, E-Myth just kept booting up his eyes and walking around. He wasn't doing anything. So I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I'm going to give people their flowers where they deserve them. So when E-Myth got up and he started a fight against the Gorosei and he talked to Luffy, he was talking about Joy Boy, he gave us the flashback. Of course I'm gonna give him his flowers. And I was doing the same thing for Kid when he was holding his own against Big Mom, when he was initiating all of the exchanges between Kid and Law versus Big Mom, I gave Kid his flowers. But when he gets too airheaded, he gets too big-headed, he gets overconfident against people like Shanks and his crew, the Red Hair Pirates, I'm gonna call it out. He's not Luffy. Kid, you're not him. You're simply not him. You don't have Gear 5. You don't have a Mythical Zoan. You're not him. We got Lucas in the chat. Dragon stole a devil fruit from the world government. Hey, you guys know the Sebi no Mi Maro Amaru. You guys know who started that. Yeah. Let me talk my shit, chat. You know who started it. Sebi no Mi Maro Amaru. Dragon has the Amaru devil fruit. You know who started it, chat. You know who started it. 07's in chat. You could probably find a Reddit thread from fucking 9 years ago. 3 sentences, 4 upvotes, 1 comment. Bro, I don't care. I really don't care. Who has time to even find that thread in the first place without searching up the title? You know, there's probably 10,000 fucking dragon posts on Reddit, you know, infinite posts. I guarantee you, go to the One Piece subreddit, type in Monkey D. Dragon. I guarantee you there's more than the fucking 50 pages. Monkey D. Dragon wanted to embody Nika's will. Hey, a lot of people could argue that Monkey D. Dragon or Joy Odin or all these characters wanted to embody Joy Boy, wanted to embody Sun God Nika, but guess what? There's only one Messiah, baby. There's only one, and he's coming back. The Messiah is coming back, because the original Messiah, the originally God of the Sun, Son of the God, Son of God, he was killed. He was killed by some people that are really good with money. He was killed by people that wanted to hide the truth. His followers, the Messiah's followers, hold a Bible. They carry a Bible. They pray to a cross. They work in the church. They're labeled as a pastor. And they were killed by who, chat? Who killed them? Who killed them, chat? I want you to think about it. These people that dominate all factions, all sectors of the world. They're really good with money. They got the powers on the banks, right? They like to do sorcery. Okay, this is all facts. They love stars. Come on, chat. They're into the occult. They killed the Messiah, but guess what? Our Messiah is back. Our Messiah Luffy is back. Joy Boy Sun God Nika, the Son of God. He's back, and he's bringing his reckoning. He's bringing all the darkness into the light, baby. He's bringing the darkness to the light. He's aligning with the prophecy. And that's what we're seeing in modern day One Piece. It's the truth. The truth cannot be erased. The truth will always come to light, even if it's a year later, 10 years later, 1,000 years later, the truth will come to light. My boy Axe, what's good, bro? Good morning. He said he just woke up. He's chilling. Hey, salute to my boy Axe07. Lone Sigma, Dragon have the Wind Devil Fruit. Hey, the thing about Dragon having the Sebi Sebi no Mi Maro Emaru is that would give him wind powers in the first place. Look at Kaido. Kaido has the water serpent devil fruit. I can't believe it slipped my mind. Kaido, he has a mythical Zoan, but he could create electricity. He could create wind blasts. He could shoot fire. The Azure Dragon, he doesn't even have a Thunderbolt Devil Fruit. He doesn't have a Wind Devil Fruit. He doesn't have a Fire Devil Fruit. He has a Mythical Zoan. And that's why Mythical Zoans, in my opinion, are like the best Devil Fruits. Come on, chat. Mythical Zoans are the best Devil Fruits for their durability, for the recovery speed. A lot of them have elemental powers. It's going to be the same thing for Dragon. I'm calling it, man. The same thing. I called it for Luffy. Hey. Chat, I called it for Luffy. Remember? He has the Hanumanji Devil Fruit. Sure, it wasn't right, but he had a Mythical Zoan. I said he had a Mythical Zoan. It's not the Paramecia. It's not the Gomu Gomu no Mi. You guys were all on my team. We were all a collective team. We were all a collective community and family, and we stood up for it. We had all the comments, all the Reddit threads, all the Twitter posts, all the people trying to clown your boy. What ends up happening? Oh shit, he has a Mythical Zoan. In that same arc, he used the Bajrang gun. Bajrang is another name for Hanuman. So we're calling it now. Dragon is gonna have the model, he's gonna have the Sebi no Mi model Amaru, or maybe he might have the Quetzalcoatl, because you guys know in my channel one of my first videos was that video, the Quetzalcoatl, and I like both of them. I like Quetzalcoatl, I like Amaru. They both make sense. But if you put a gun to my head and you ask me what the actual true answer is, I'm gonna go with Amaru. If you go watch the video, type in 333 VIL Dragon Amaru, you'll find the video. You'll find the video. Luffy grabs lightning. The fight between Dragon and Akainu will be like the 3 legendaries of Save Pokemon Emerald. Hey, you remember my Ancient Weapons video? Johan, did you watch my Ancient Weapons video? The thumbnail with the legendaries from Pokemon. You remember it? Where I had on the thumbnail Uranus was like Zapdos. In that video, I was comparing Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the 3 legendaries, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. I was comparing those 3 to the Ancient Weapons. Come on, chat, it makes sense. Rayquaza, the god of the sky. Groudon, the god of the earth. Kyogre, the god of the ocean. Hey, come on. We've been there. Hey, and this is us, Johan. I'm not trying to suck my own D. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. When I talk about these theories, when I talk about these videos, when I talk about these takes, this is us, okay? This is us. So when we get the Amaru theory right, this is us. This is us, chat. Us. That means you guys can go claim the W. I'll support you. I'll like and retweet. I'll repost. Nah, pat yourself on the back. It just makes sense. Can't wait for Dragon's backstory. And I'm telling you, Dragon's backstory is going to be crazy. I guarantee you it's going to go into why Dragon became a Rev. Because we could talk about how, yeah, Dragon, he was a Marine and he didn't really fuck with it. Dude, it has to be deeper than that. It has to be deeper. There's some kind of thing that happens with Dragon's mom or Dragon's wife. Something happened, bro. It's going to be crazy. It's probably going to be heartbroken. It radicalized, or heartbreaking. It radicalized Dragon into becoming the world's most heinous criminal, into leading the Revs. I'm excited to see it. I want to see Garp's backstory too. Hey. Chat, I don't know if I'm asking for too much, but I want to see Garp's backstory. Come on. Mind Hacks, welcome in, brother. All right, chat, are we ready to go into the chapter? Are we ready? If you guys are ready to start reading, if you guys are ready to jump into chapter 1123, I want to see you guys spam 07, spam 07, spam the salute. That's our motif. We salute each other. We're all an army. I'm the general. I'm the battle commander. We got the Sergeant L. We got Lieutenant Smokey. We got soldiers all in the battlefield. We're ready to fight the great war. We're ready to fight the good fight. The fight against evil, chat. Drop some 07s if you're ready to jump into this. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these panels look like. Because we could read the long summary, we could get most of the details, but the long summary isn't always going to have all the details. The long summary is not drawing those panels out, so I'm excited. The streets are saying that the final page, final panel is hard. That's what the streets are saying, chat. I haven't seen the raws. I haven't seen any of the raws. The streets are saying that the final page, final panel is hard. Okay, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell in case you haven't already, so you guys know when I post a video or go live. At the top of the chat, we got a rating button. I want you guys to rate the chapter. It looks like most of you guys are voting the chapter a 10 out of 10. I'm excited. I am excited to see what this chapter holds. And I think it's time we start, chat. Sway, welcome in, bro. Neegirth. Whoa! Knee. You baited me with your name. Look, chat knows what's up. Chat knows I did not mean anything by that. Knee, you need to change your fucking name, bro. Karu, welcome in. Arish, welcome in. That is a wild name. Yo, chat, I did not read that on purpose. I did not do that intentionally. I just read and I just speak. 90% of the time when I talk, I'm not thinking about it beforehand. That's why there's infinite clips of me, right? I could get derailed. I could get canceled at any moment. All right, chat. I think it's time we jump into 1123. Now, I'm not finished. I'm not finished, chat. That is our inside joke. That is between us. Even though it's not a joke, that is between us. All right, chapter 1123, The Void of Fortnite. Oh, the name in the chapter after Fortnite. In Elbaf, chat, we're gonna get a Tilted Towers chapter title. In Lodestar, we're gonna get a Pleasant Park chapter title. Can't you see what Ode is building up to? Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 11, Enemies Forced to Share Odin. Okay, we got, I don't even remember what this motherfucker's name is. Chat, what's the dude on the right? What's his name again? Kyoshiro? I don't even remember his name. The motherfucker that disappeared for 60 chapters in Wano and then showed up and beat Orochi. Chat, what's his name? Is it Kyo? No, it's not Kyoshiro. Dude, that is not Kanjuro. Denjiro? Is it Denjiro? What's good, Lone Sigma? I think it's Denjiro. But anyways, on the cover, we got Denjiro and we got Yamato. I'm still saying, chat, shout out to my boy King J. Shout out to King J. Me and King J, we always agree. A lot of our theories, a lot of our takes, a lot of our opinions, we always agree. During this cover story, you could clip this, screenshot this. We're going to get the Blackbeard pirates showing up on Elbaf. The conclusion to that is very simple. We have Caribou, who has knowledge about Pluton Poseidon, interacting with the Blackbeard pirates. He's most likely going to give Blackbeard and the crew the information regarding Pluton and Shirahoshi Poseidon, and the closest island to Egghead, Winter Island, Hachinosu is going to be Wano. Fishman Island is a bit further. It's a bit further down the New World. So I think what's going to happen is the Blackbeard pirates, maybe even Blackbeard, are going to show up to Wano. They're going to steal Pluton. And when that happens, I don't think Blackbeard is going to go to Poseidon. I think what happens is Blackbeard grabs Pluton. He hears about Luffy and Shanks being on Elbaf. So Blackbeard takes Pluton, goes to Elbaf, uses Pluton, an ancient weapon, to go to war and create a Ragnarok war on Elbaf to gather all 4 road poneglyphs. And the thematics behind that, the themes behind that is then Shirahoshi will be aligned with the Straw Hat Pirates, Pluton will be aligned with the Blackbeard Pirates, and Uranus will be aligned with the world government. 3 large factions, 3 large pieces of the One Piece world. Mo, welcome in, bro. I'm glad to see you here, brother, my Muslim brother. Chat, we gotta have the Christian Muslim alliance, man. That is the alliance we need. All right, let's start with this chapter, baby. 1123, Oda, Ichido, Oda, Egghead Island, respond. The aftermath of Haki. Man, chat, I just gotta say, Egghead is such a phenomenal fucking arc, bro. I absolutely love this arc. It's in my top 3. Chat, let me know if you guys got Egghead in your top 3. I better see some yeses, okay? If you have Egghead in your top 3, drop a yes in chat. I think you guys should have it in your top 2 or top 1. I don't care if you think it's recency bias. We got the Joy Boy stuff, Vegapunk, Nika, the Gorsei forms. We could go on and on and on. Seraphim. We got the Kuma flashback, a little bit of God Valley. Peak arc. I absolutely love this arc. And this arc is just, it's stellar, bro. How could you be a One Piece fan, read Egghead and be like, nah, this is slop? How? Everything from the emotions that we see through Bonnie and Kuma flashback, from the hype we see with Luffy fighting against the Gorsei, to the intrigue that we see regarding God Valley and the true nature of the Gorsei. This arc it hits every point that we need when it comes to One Peak. It hits all of them. And shout out to Elsa, that's my top 3 as well. Egghead and Izabi Marineford, that's my top 3. I think those are the best 3 arcs. And going past that, I would put Fishman Island in my top 5, the manga Fishman Island. I'd put Dressrosa in my top 5, the manga Dressrosa. I think Fishman Island is the most criticized arc of all time, and it's all because of the anime. Lucas, I don't know if I welcomed you in earlier, bro, but welcome in, bro. I'm glad to see you here. Long Ring Long Lane is my top 1. Nah, Lucas, never mind. You gotta go, bro. I just welcomed you in, but you gotta go, bro. Get out. Get out. Fishman Island underrated. Otohime is amazing and it has great reveals. Exactly, bro. From the Noah's Ark to the Shirahoshi reveal, that was hype. The interactions between Luffy and Neptune. The poneglyph there. I love Fishman Island, and the themes that we see in Fishman Island, the deep themes of racism. We see like the people who are racist in Fishman Island in One Piece because they have some type of history, they have some type of trauma. But then we see other different forms of hatred and racism through characters like Hody Jones. Hody Jones is a racist because of his environment. And I feel like most people don't even understand that. Like, this exists in the real world. You will see racist people, you'll see these people filled with hate because of their environment. Not because they were beat up by a certain ethnicity, not because they were outcasted by a certain group of people, but because of their environments. They grew up in that, and Hody Jones is a perfect example of that, and people completely miss the mark when it comes to Hody Jones. They just water him down, they just simplify him down to a pill-popping crazy crazy, dude. Like, it goes much deeper than that, especially if you guys read Fishman Island in the manga. The page and the panel where the son of Neptune kept asking, like, why are you racist? Why are you like this? Why do you have this infinite hatred towards the humans? Shows a little bit of flashback, and Hody says, what does he say? Or no. The son of Neptune was saying, what do they ever do to you? What do humans ever do to you, Hody? What did humans ever do to you? We get the flashback, and Hody answers. He says, nothing. That was one of the best panels. I'm sorry, like, that shows you his character. That shows who he is, how he became this way, because of his environment. And you don't really see that too much in One Piece. You don't see that too much in movies and television. You don't see that. You always see the guy that's racist because he was beat up by a certain group of people when he was young, or he's racist because his parents and family, his friends were killed by a certain group of people. You hardly ever see an author, a producer, whatever, story writer, you hardly ever see them go into the idea of someone being filled with hate because of their environment. And that's a great theme. That's an interesting thing to dive into. And the whole dynamic between Princess Orihime and Fisher Tiger is beautiful. You have Orihime taking the role of being a pacifist. She's very forgiving. And then you have Fisher Tiger being kind of a radical, like a Malcolm X in a kind of way. Shout out to Axe. Axe, was it you, bro? Was it you? Axe was comparing Princess Orihime to Martin Luther King, and then Fisher Tiger to Malcolm X. Axe, if you're still watching the stream, let me know. I'm pretty sure it was you that was saying that. By the way, you watched a Red AOT. I feel like the race family is similar to them. You know, I haven't actually gotten into AOT. I only watched like the first 13 episodes, and I stopped at the part where they were like in the military and they were getting trained and stuff. I literally kept falling asleep, like no exaggeration. Like I was literally falling asleep, and everyone hates me for it. Everyone says like, bro, come on, you can't give up. Like keep watching it. It gets so much better. I don't know. I'll have to get to that in the future. But yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, you guys kept telling me to get into Code Geass, okay? So I gotta take it one step at a time. I'll get into Code Geass, I'll get through that. Then maybe I'll get back into JoJo, and then, you know, I could try to give AOT another chance. But you guys were giving a lot of credit, a lot of love to Code Geass, because I love Death Note. Jin, nice to see you here. Ahmed, welcome in, bro. All right, chat, let's continue with the chapter. We literally got one panel in, and I started fucking yapping. You know how I do. I'm the Yap King. What's your status? We got the Marine ships. They're destroyed. We got all these knocked out Marines. They can't hang. You can't hang with that Joy Boy Haki. You simply cannot hang. You're not like us, bro. You got S-Snake. Wake up, you guys. The Straw Hats are escaping. Bro, they are not gonna wake up, bro. They can't hang. They can't hang with the Conquerors Haki. They can't hang. They can't compete with that Joy Boy Haki. Chat, can you guys imagine what it's gonna look like when Luffy uses his peak Haki? He's gonna have to surpass Joy Boy Haki, right? He's gonna have to surpass Emu Haki. Wow! All of them are down. Seriously? That's amazing. That was greater than Red Hairs, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? Yeah, bro, because when you have good Haki, when you have peak Haki control, just like Rayleigh said, you could control it, you could direct it. That man, Joy Boy's on another level. Haha! Got Luffy, that Gear 5 Luffy, baby. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant. Let's go, bro. Chat. The fact he's calling him Iron Giant is just like the movie. You guys ever watch Iron Giant with the main character, the goofy kid, Hogarth? Was that his name, Hogarth? The big robot, the Iron Giant, comes crashing into the ocean, stands up like a lighthouse. The dude in the beginning of the movie is on the ship, and he's like, oh shit, what's that? Iron Giant starts walking around. Hogarth is in the city. He leaves the house at night, watching them scary movies. He finds the Iron Giant. Yo, I'm telling you, shout out to King J. Shout out to, I'm sure a lot of people have said this, but we got this, man. The Iron Giant, bro. I wish like Oda gave us a little bit more. Like I wish there was like a missile coming down from the sky getting ready to blow up Egghead, and Emeth flew up and blew it up. I wish he took it a little bit further, but you know, it is what it is. So we got Emeth, okay? My boy Emeth, man, you redeemed yourself, bro. Chat, can we get some 07s for Emeth? Can we get 07s for Emeth? Vice Admiral stocks are so low. Bro, Mo, we know this. Vice Admirals ain't shit. You know, I never really understood the idea of Vice Admiral level. Like, motherfucker, Garp and fucking Groose are not on the same level. Garp and fucking, who else is a Vice Admiral? The dog guy, the dude with the long chin or whatever. Bro, there is no Vice Admiral level, you know? Alrighty, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. Ga ba 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 ba. Hee hee, you heard the captains. Let's go, bastards. Let's go. We're off to Elbaf. We're off to Chat, I'm gonna cry. Chat, I'm gonna cry. We're going to Elbaf. How long have we been waiting for this shit? We're going to Elbaf. We're going to Elbaf. Chat, Little Garden was literally 1,000 chapters ago. How long ago was Little Garden? Chat, this isn't. Chat, is this real? Is this real, chat? Is this real? No way. Nah, Oda's not gonna do it, bro. He's not gonna do it. Right before the Straw Hats land on Elbaf, they're gonna have to make a turn and go to Hachinosu or some shit. There's no way. Chat, I'm in the 7 stages of grief. I'm in denial. There's no way. They're not going. No, there's no way. Someone's gonna stop them. They're gonna get distracted. Nah, bro. They're not gonna do it. Oda's not taking us to Elbaf. Also, this is such an amazing panel right here because you see Emeth in the background on the edge of the island. Chat, what does that remind you of? Emeth on the edge of the island while the Straw Hats are leaving, saying bye to Emeth with the X on his back. Chat, tell me what that reminds you of. I'll shout out the first person that can say it. Emeth is on the shore right now with an X on his body, and the Straw Hats are waving to him saying goodbye. What does that remind you of, chat? What does that remind you of? Vivi, shout out to Lone Sigma. Vivi Alabasta. This dude Oda is just on another fucking level, bro. He's just on another level. I'm a sucker for these types of things. It's just the little things, bro. Like in a relationship, it's the little things that count. It's the little things that just you appreciate. Yo, Oda had to have done that on purpose. The X on his back, the X on his arm, man. Shout out to L with the $2 super. Thank you, brother. Will Luffy find out about Garp? You know what? I think he will. Because I think what's going to happen is Luffy's going to need several reasons to fight against Blackbeard. Probably the last road poneglyph. He's going to have to save his grandfather Garp. He wants revenge for what Blackbeard caused to Ace. There's going to be several reasons why Luffy's going to want to butt heads with Blackbeard. But my question is, when does that take place? Does that take place on Elbaf? Does that take place after Elbaf? Does that take place around the time of Laugh Tale? That's the big question. You know, a lot of people ask me how much longer do you think One Piece has? When is One Piece gonna end? My question, like the biggest question that I have regarding that question is, when does Luffy fight Blackbeard? And chat, you guys can let me know. I'm reading the chat. I always read the chat. When do you think Luffy fights Blackbeard? Is that final Luffy versus Blackbeard battle on Elbaf as the Ragnarok War? Is it after Elbaf? Is it on Laugh Tale? Me personally, I strike out Laugh Tale. I believe Laugh Tale is going to be a pure information arc, a pure info dump arc. I do not think there's going to be a battle on Laugh Tale. I think the Blackbeard battle has to be separate from that, but I'm not entirely sure if Blackbeard's battle is going to be an entire arc, if it's going to be an entire piece of the story, separated from Egghead, separated from Elbaf, separated from Lodestar, separated from Laugh Tale. That's my question. It could easily take place on Elbaf. You guys know this, man. The whole Ragnarok theory. We see all the Norse mythology, all the Nordic influence on Elbaf. regarding how they design their buildings, how they interact with each other, how they talk, what they eat. They even believe in like the sun cycle or whatever. I forgot what they called it. Obviously, there's a big Norse influence on Elbaf. Even when it comes to Shanks and his boat, there's a huge Norse influence on Elbaf. So, you know, and the whole tree of Yggdrasil, you can argue that the Adam tree takes inspiration from the tree of Yggdrasil, which is again from Norse mythology, the big tree that has several worlds. So, you know, you can argue that there's going to be a grand war, a huge battle, a huge war on Elbaf. It'll be mimicking the Ragnarok war from Norse mythology. That could have the Blackbeard battle, but I don't know, man. A Blackbeard battle could be separate. You know, it could easily be separate, where maybe after Elbaf something happens, or maybe during Elbaf something happens, and now the Straw Hats have to go to Hachinosu. They want to go grab the last poneglyph. They want to go get revenge for Ace. They want to go save Garp. You know? Gambit, welcome in, brother. Glad to see you. I sure hope Emu is the very end. Yeah, I 100% believe the story ends with Luffy defeating Emu. There would be no One Piece treasure if it wasn't for Emu. There would be no poneglyphs if it wasn't for Emu. There would be no death of Joy Boy, erasure of the D-Clan if it wasn't for Emu. This whole story stands on the legs and feet of Joy Boy and Emu. And yes, I get it. Blackbeard's a huge threat. He's a foil character to Luffy. I understand. Yes, I get it. But the thing is Blackbeard, he appears to always have been set up as the biggest obstacle regarding Pirate King status. Nobody has ever proven, because it doesn't exist.